Hello everyone, my name is Jennifer and welcome to Best Kept Plans. Today we're doing a cash envelope stuffing for the paycheck that I received on February 17th, 2022. If you're interested in seeing that, please stick around. So I wanted to start off this cash envelope stuffing by acknowledging that in my budget with me for this paycheck, which I can link right up here, I introed the video by saying it was my paycheck for December 17th instead of February 17th. I had a couple people comment here on YouTube, mostly over on Instagram, and I did not realize it at all until someone pointed it out. Even like in editing the video, totally did not realize I said that. So that's really, really funny. Wish there was a way for me to like go into like YouTube Studio and like put a little asterisk to say like February, but I can't do that. So, and to me, it's not worth re-uploading it. So yeah, it is my paycheck for February 17th. We're going to be stuffing some envelopes for that paycheck. I did want to start out with an update on my emergency fund. So at the end of my last pay period, I was able to put $23 towards my emergency fund, and that's leftover cash from my variable expense cash envelope. So at the end of every pay period, if I have anything in my eating out gas or miscellaneous envelopes, I take it out and I put it into this emergency fund. So with that $23 added, we should be at $628 in this envelope, which we're going to count together. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 520, 40, 60, 80, 90, 600, 610, 620, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 628. So that's pretty cool. We're over $600 in here. And my plan is basically to get to $1,000, and once I do, I'll deposit it into my my emergency fund checking account that I have at my bank, and I'll start over again with a fresh envelope. Next, we're going to be diving into my variable expense cash envelopes. I am still using the Valentine's Day envelopes from my Etsy shop. These, along with a bunch of other cash envelopes, are available on my Etsy shop, and there is a link in the description box down below. So we'll be starting out with my eating out envelope. Now, I generally put $75 into my eating out envelope, but I'm filming this video on the 18th, and I did already use some money from this envelope. So instead of stuffing $75, we're actually going to be stuffing $60. So I'm pulling a $50 bill, a $5 bill. Basically, I like utilize the 20, and I have $5 in change from the 20. So right now we have $50, $55, $60 in my eating out envelope. And initially when I filled out my envelopes, it's not updated with like the recent use of this, but I put in my deposit for $75, and then I was going to pull out the $5 bill right here and put it in my $5 challenge. I do need to update this because I have made a purchase, and then I have an additional $5 bill that I can put in my into my $5 challenge. So this envelope is not totally accurate right now, but we have $60 in here. Next, we're going to be doing my gas envelope. That's going to be getting $75 in a $50 bill, a $20 bill, and a $5 bill. Oh, and I do have fives down here. I have some hundreds up top, and then my ones are off to the side over here. So this is 50, 70, 75. And just like with my eating out envelope, I am going to be pulling the $5 bill and sticking it in my $5 challenge. So on the envelope here, it shows my deposit and then me taking out the $5 bill. Lastly, for my cash envelopes, my variable expense cash envelopes, we have my miscellaneous envelope, and that's going to be getting $150, and I'm going to be doing that in a $100 bill, a $20 bill, a $10 bill, 3 $5 bills, and 5 singles. So during my budget with me, I thought I had the right denominations here, but I actually did not. So I had to go back and change it. So let's count all this up and make sure it's $150. 100, 120, 30, 35, 40, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 150. Perfect. So I'm putting this 150 into this envelope, but we are going to come back to this envelope because as you can see, I have my deposit, but I also have that I'm going to be pulling out a couple of different savings challenges from this envelope. And then we're going to be moving on to my sinking funds, which I'm actually especially excited for today, and you will see why in a little bit. We are starting out with my travel sinking fund. This is what I consider to be a rolling sinking fund, meaning that I don't have a goal for it. I'm just going to keep contributing to it, and then it'll just be sitting there waiting for me whenever it is that I decide to go on my next trip. So every pay period, I put $50 in a single $50 bill. And with this deposit, we will have a total of $750 in this envelope. So let's count that up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 455, 556, 657, 750. It's kind of crazy, like to think that, like I've been saving for this since August and I have almost $1,000 already. I don't have any trips or anything planned, so that's like really exciting for me. Next, we're going to be contributing to my Christmas envelope. This is getting $25 in a $20 bill and in a, $5 bill. So we have $25 here. And with this deposit, we should have a total of $488 in this envelope. So let's see, I'm going to add these bills in and we can count it all up. We have 1, 2, 3, 400, 420, 40, 60, 65, 70, 71, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 80, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 488. So $488. And my goal for this is $700. So we're just a little bit over $100 away from reaching, just a little over $200 away from reaching the goal, which is really cool. Next, we have my subscriptions envelope. This is going to be getting $15 in a $10 bill and a $5 bill. And it does look like I've reached my goal on this, but I have not. When I initially put this envelope together and filled out the tracker on the front, my goal was $220, but I decided to start paying for Hulu annually, and so that upped my goal to $288, which is written right back here. So we have hit we're going to be hitting 220 with this deposit, but we haven't hit 285 yet. And I'm not sure if anyone else has Amazon Prime, but I do have Amazon Prime. That's one of the subscriptions that I save for in this envelope. And Amazon did recently come out with a price increase. So I think Amazon Prime, instead of being $120 annually, it's going to be $140. I think I'm just still going to save to the $285, and then as it gets closer to when my Amazon subscription is due, if I have to contribute a little bit more from one of my paychecks to kind of reach that goal, I can do that. I do kind of overestimate a little bit, so I may potentially have enough in here, but I'm not sure. And again, it's not going to be a ton of money, if anything $20 that I would have to pull from my paycheck to contribute to this when it's due in September. But when I start saving for my 2023 sinking funds, I'm definitely going to make sure that I get my total based on the fact that Amazon Prime is going to be $140 a year. So with this deposit, we should have $225 in this envelope. 50, 100, 150, 170, 180, 190, 200, 210, 220, 225. So this one we're getting pretty close to. We just have about $60 left to save. And then next we are going to be contributing to my medical sinking fund. This is getting $20 in a single $20 bill. And with this deposit, we should have $375 in this envelope. So let's add that all up. 50. Oh, you know what? Let me put that aside. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 350, 370, 375. All right. That was the easier way of doing it. So we do have $375 in here. The goal for this is $500. So we're about $125 away from the goal, which is pretty cool. Next, we have my car maintenance sinking fund. This is another rolling sinking fund, which is why the tracker on the front is not filled out. Basically, I just contribute to this every single pay period, and it's sitting there for me whenever it is that I need to do anything to my vehicle maintenance-wise. So oil changes, if I need new brakes, new tires, if something pops up. It's not a fund that I use for something like air fresheners or getting my car vacuumed or a car wash or anything like that, but more so like maintenance specific things or higher cost maintenance specific things. So we are going to be contributing $50 in a single $50 bill. And with that deposit, we should have $1,137 in this envelope. So let's count that up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 700, 750, 800, 850, 900, 950, 1,000, 10, 50, 1,100, 11, 20, 11, 30, 35, 36, 11, 37. Again, very cool to have like over $1,000 in here. I think I'm due for an oil change in like another 1,000 miles or maybe 1,500 miles. And that will come right from this envelope, which is pretty awesome. My car is over 7 years old, so it is reassuring to have this cash sitting there if I need it. Next, we have my car insurance and taxes. So I pay for my car insurance annually. It's due in July, and in the state that I live in, we do have car taxes. You can pay those every 6 months or annually. Because my car is a little bit older and the taxes aren't horrifyingly expensive, I do pay it annually in July as well. So I'm saving up for a goal of $1,520 in this envelope, which will be due in July. So I'm contributing $70 in a $50 bill and a $20 bill. And with this deposit, we should have a total of $1,050 in this envelope. We're going to be officially over $1,000 in here, which is pretty awesome. So let's count this one up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 455, 556, 657, 758, 820, 40, 60, 80, 900, 20, 40, 60, 80, 1,000, 20, 40, 150, or 1,050. Okay, perfect. So that's pretty awesome. Less than $500 to save from now until July. Next, we have my birthdays envelope. And as you can see, the tracker on the front is fully filled in. With this deposit, we will be fully funded in my birthdays envelope, which I'm really, really excited about. This envelope is used to purchase birthday gifts for people in my life. I do budget for a gift for my mother, my father, and my sister, but I also have a little bit of extra money that I contribute to this for any other gift that pops up throughout the year. So really exciting to be hitting this goal in February. I am going to be contributing $20 in a single $20 bill. And so with this deposit, we will have a total of $400 in this envelope. So let's count this up. We have 50, 100, 120, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300, 20, 40, 60, 80, 400. I get kind of lucky because the birthdays that I know I'm going to be purchasing gifts for are actually all in the second half of the year. My mom's birthday's in June, my sister's in July, and my dad is in October. So it's pretty nice. Like, it gives me the opportunity in the first half of the year to just save. But since I started this sinking fund back in August, I'm reaching my goal a lot earlier than I was anticipating, which is pretty great. Next, we have my holidays envelope. And as you can see, my holidays tracker is all the way filled in. With this deposit, we will also be meeting the goal for this cash envelope, which is really exciting. This envelope is to purchase anything for any different holiday besides Christmas. I primarily put it together because I realized that it would be a lot easier to use this type of sinking fund for a Mother's Day gift and a Father's Day gift than having to cash flow those expenses. But I also, had in the back of my mind that I can use this for like Halloween candy or holiday decor for like 4th of July or like Easter or anything like that. The goal is $300. So with this deposit of $20, we will be hitting a total of $300. And let's count that up. We have 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 20, 40, 60, 80, 200, 20, 40, 60, 80, 300. Awesome. And then for my last envelope, it is my this sinking fund that I started contributing to with the second paycheck I had in January. Basically, I'm an APRN, and every year I have to pay to renew my RN license and my APRN license. They're due for renewal in your birthday month. My birthday month is March. My birthday is actually on March 1st. And so total, it's like $240 for the two of them. So I figure that it would be easier to just like contribute to a sinking fund for the first few paychecks that I have in each new year. That way, when I hit the beginning of March, I already have the total saved and I don't have to just cash flow a full $240. And so moving forward, like I started the second paycheck in January because I really didn't think about it. But moving forward, my goal would be to start it with the first paycheck in January every year. So with this deposit of $80, which I'm going to pull out in a 50, a 20, and a 10. So we have 50, 70, 80. We should be hitting my goal of $240. And then in the next couple of weeks, I will deposit this in my bank and renew my licenses. I actually have to the end of March to do it. But I usually like to do it in the beginning of the month because I am a forgetful human and I am the person who would forget to do this. And if it's literally like April 1st, and I haven't done it, if it is literally like 12:01 a.m. on April 1st and I didn't do it, my licenses expire and I can't work. And at my job, you also get like a final written warning for letting them lapse like that. So I would much rather just do it at the beginning of the month and not have to worry about it. So we have a total of 50, 100, 150, 170, 190, 210, 220, 230, 240. So I will end up depositing this in my bank account next time I go to the bank. Now, we do have a bunch of extra money here, even though we are done with my sinking funds. Before we move on to all of this cash we have left here, I did kind of want to make a comment about these two sinking funds, birthdays and holidays, which I've now met my goals for. I mentioned in my budget with me that I am still going to be contributing the usual amount of money into my sinking funds every pay period. So, I was putting $20 a paycheck and into birthdays and then $20 a paycheck into holidays. And instead of now subtracting $40 from what I will be contributing to my sinking funds every pay period, I decided to keep doing the same amount, but to utilize the $40 that would have ended up in these two envelopes and put them in other envelopes so that I can reach those goals a little bit more quickly, almost like a snowball. So not a debt snowball, but a sinking fund snowball. So that is my plan, and you'll start seeing that come into effect with my next cash envelope stuffing. I think I'm going to start with putting cash towards my subscriptions envelope next because I'm really close to meeting that goal. And then move on from there. So that is my plan with what I'm going to do with the $40 that would have been contributed to these two envelopes. Next, I am going to be pulling out the $600 that I have for rent. So we need $300 bills and 650s. 2, 4, 5, 6. So let's count this up. 1, whoa, too crisp. 1, 2, 3, 354, 455, 556. So this I'm just going to put aside. I do not have an envelope for my rent. And then the only cash that we should have left is $23. And that $23, let's count it. 20, 21, 2, 23. This is for one of the 2022 savings challenges from the Budget Mom. Now I do have my challenge envelope right here, and I cannot remember if I updated it. I did. Perfect. So there's 2 challenges every month. For one of those challenges, I'm contributing $23 into this envelope. So let's add in this cash. And I'm not going to count it yet because I am also contributing $108 for the other challenge. And I am going to be pulling that from my miscellaneous cash envelope. So if we look at the back of my miscellaneous envelope, it does say here for the 2022 challenge, I'm going to be pulling $108 out. So let me pull the cash out, and I'm going to pull out 108. So 100, 105, and then 6, 7, 8. So let's make sure that this is $108 again. 100, 105, 6, 7, 108. Perfect. So I'm going to add this to this envelope as well, and then we'll count it all up to make sure we have the right total. So with both of those challenges added in, this February envelope should have $262 in it. So let's count this up. 1, 2, 20, 40, 45, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 61, 262. Okay. Awesome. So that is all set. And then the last thing that I have to do is contribute to my 52-week challenge. So this envelope is my 52-week challenge envelope. It is available on my Etsy shop. Again, the link to that is down below. And I do have a tracker. Here it is. For the 52-week challenge. This is also available on my Etsy shop. Now, since I get paid bi-weekly, every time I get paid, I always contribute for 2 weeks. So for this paycheck, I'm contributing for week 7, which is $7, and then for week 8, which is $8. So if you add $7 and $8 together, it totals $15. So I'm going to be pulling $15 out of my miscellaneous envelope to contribute to the 52-week challenge. So let's do that now. So we need a 10 and a 5. Yeah, 10 and a 5. So that means we should have a total of $27 in this envelope. So let's count that. 20, 25, 26, 27. Perfect. So I'm going to put the $27 back into my miscellaneous envelope, and I'm going to put that aside. And then we will add the $15 into my 52-week challenge envelope, which I did update on the back for this deposit. We should have a total of $36 in this envelope with this deposit, which is also the total that it says here. So let me check these off. And let's count this envelope up to make sure we have the right amount. So we have 10, 20, 25, 30, 31, 2, 3, 4, 5, 36. Great. So we now have $36 in my 52-week challenge envelope, which is pretty awesome. And that is it for this week's cash envelope stuffing. I hope that you all enjoyed this cash envelope stuffing. I'm like so incredibly excited about the progress I'm making on my sinking funds, and so excited about the fact that I've reached some of my goals for my sinking funds. I just feel like from here on out, I'm going to be reaching goals a lot more quickly, and it's just going to feel very motivating, I think, which is pretty awesome. I'm still trying to come up with an idea of when I'll reach all of my goals. That way I can try to figure out when I'm going to start saving for my 2023 sinking funds. So definitely be on the lookout for that, in the coming months. I hope you all enjoyed this cash envelope stuffing. And as always, everyone, please be safe. Bye-bye.